Hello, and welcome back to my journey from normal to Norway. Okay, so I'm gonna have a little bit of a confession time in this video. Just some thoughts and worries and concerns I've been having that I don't like, that I'm not proud of. And I think that saying them out loud will take their power away. And that's what I want. I don't want them to stick around. I don't want them to take over and fester and to turn into anything yucky. So here goes. I have been feeling really self-conscious and I don't know, sad maybe, and some other things, I don't know, about how few people are watching this. And that sucks. I don't want to have those thoughts. I don't want to have those feelings because it's not about numbers. That's actually the antithesis of what I want to be about. So I don't want those concerns there. For me, the goal of this whole thing was sharing my story in the hopes that it would make at least one person out there feel less alone. And I have no control over who these videos do or do not reach. That I just don't. I don't have control over that. I've, shared it with family and friends and asked them to spread it around. But the effects of me sharing myself and all of my real crap out there in the world, those effects aren't up to me and are something that I might, well, most likely will never get to know about. Maybe this will have effects that I never, ever am aware of. And that's okay. And I want to be okay with that completely. So I've got some work to do in that area. Because it's not about numbers for me, and I don't want it to become about numbers for me. It's about people. And even if it's just one person out there, if it's you, then that's awesome. That is more than good enough. That's perfect. And so I want to just believe that with every fiber of my being. But I feel like in the world we live in with social media and likes and, comments and all of that stuff, it's become so much about those numbers. And I'm trying to go against that. I don't want any part of me to be about that. So I'm going to work on that. And hopefully me sharing this out loud will push me in that direction. But, I was thinking about it, and I feel like it kind of led into another thing for me. With the videos getting 0 watches or 1 or 2. And the thing is, I have more immediate family members than that. And not even that many people are watching. And the thing is, like I've said in an earlier video, I have family and friends who love me and who support me a lot. I mean, there were so many people who were so supportive, who were so excited for me to start this thing. And it's just interesting to me that obviously they aren't watching. And it kind of made me think, and I felt a little convicted as well, because there have been people in my life who I haven't kept up with creative things they've done. People who I love and who whose creative projects I was excited about. And I haven't followed through on reading those things or watching those things. And I have friends who are so good about reaching out and texting and checking up on me with things that I said would be coming up, and they're asking how to go. And I'm terrible at doing that with other people, at reaching out and, giving really thoughtful responses all the time. And the thing is, I want to be better about that because, again, it's about people. That's what life is about. It's about people. And so I want to put my time and my attention and my love and my care into the people in my life, and not the things. And I feel like what this all made me think about was just how busy we all are. Because that's just true. We're all busy people. We've got lives, we've got stuff going on, we've got just issues that arise that we have to take care of. And it feels like we're just going more and more in that direction. It feels like we're getting busier and busier. And I don't know if that's across the board for the whole world. I don't know if that's an American thing. Is it, in like my generation? Is it, what is it? It just feels like I'm too busy, and it feels like people I know are too busy, and we're just getting busier and busier. And I feel like that's kind of taking us away from each other. And I don't like that. I want to be there completely for the people in my life. And I just can't help but imagine a world in which we're all supportive of each other, in which we all have enough of ourselves to give to each other, that we're not maxed out all the time. Because I know I don't feel good when I feel maxed out, when I feel like I don't have anything to give to people, any of myself, when I feel like I have none of myself left over to share with people. That's not a good feeling. And so I imagine it's not a good feeling for others. And I don't want us to feel that way. So I don't know what's to be done about that. I don't think that's an easy fix. I'm not going to be naive about that. It's a big deal. And I think it's going to take a lot to overcome that. I think individually and collectively, it's going to take a lot to overcome that. I hope I'm not the only person out there who feels this way. I don't imagine that I am. And maybe if there's enough of us, and if we connect with each other and we talk with each other and share our experiences and share our concerns and our hopes and our dreams, we'll be able to turn this thing around. Because I don't think busyness is how life was meant to be. I don't think we were meant to be too busy for each other. So I don't know. That feels like a tall order, a tall ask. But again, I think it's important. I think I want to have more space in my life. I want to declutter some of the stuff from my life that doesn't give anything to me or to the people around me. I want to free up my time and some of my energy, for sure, to be able to give it to the people in my life. I want to have time and energy and care and attention and love to give to people. That sounds obvious again to say that, but it feels hard to do, but I think it's necessary. And I hope that you are one of those people who feel the same way. If you do, please connect with me. I think that's an important step in getting this thing turned around. We need to find each other. We need to connect. We need to stand together and brainstorm and find out how we can get there, how we can get away from the busyness, the meaningless busyness, and towards each other. Maybe it's as simple as that. Maybe it really is as simple as that. We just need to move towards each other. Whatever that means. However that looks. Yeah, I'm going to be thinking about that. I'm going to be brainstorming about that. I'll let you know if I have any ideas. I guess that's going to be it for tonight. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Thoughts that have been consuming me and feeling kind of yucky. And I wanted to turn it around. Turn it into good thoughts and hopeful thoughts. So that's where we're headed. It feels too simple and too big all at the same time, but I'm going to leave it at that. I'll be back with you again in a few days. And as always, until next time, Hada.